Morning, everyone. Hi, it's George Takianos, founder of All Natural Strength and Fitness Philosophy. And I just wanted to share just a bit of our insights on how our philosophy kind of evolved and why it can have just such a positive impact and effect on your quality of life, your peace of mind, just your general joy in life. So the core values of our that drive our behaviours in our choice of philosophy are love, authenticity, responsibility, and truth. And these things are actually foundations of our healing and well-being and our creative power state, actually. And it all started. I guess it all started with me experiencing dis-ease. Mine started with anxiety back when I was in probably my late 20s. Maybe I had a bit, and you know what? If I look at it now, I probably had some bouts of this beforehand in my early 20s, and then that kind of pushing through that, and eventually I think of that seriously developed into depression. I remember one day I couldn't get out of bed. I literally had to talk myself out of bed, and I had to talk myself to get in the shower and talk myself to get dressed, and then talk myself through driving to work, and all the way going to work, my body just wanted to turn the car around and go home. And it's quite interesting, right? And I pushed through that, and eventually that developed cancer. And that was kind of my wake-up call when I wanted to look at, and my cancer, by the way, I was told is not curable. Today, that's not curable, and these days, it's not curable with modern medicine. So I looked for some different things to do, and that I could do to help my body. And do you know what's funny? That's kind of when I thought I'd try some retreats, and I went to the Patrick King Quest for Life retreat, and that was amazing. And then Gawler Foundation, those are the two that I connected with mainly. And a couple of things that stood out from Patrick King's and both Ian's were anyone that went through their programs that generally made a behaviour change, they either went into a healing state or they massively outlived any expectancy that modern medicine had for them. So that got me thinking, there's something to this, right? So I started to do that, and when I started, and this is kind of where the philosophy evolved slowly over time, right, of trying to get through these things. So, and then when I started to make some positive choices myself and get away from people that were, quite frankly, their behaviour and their whole attitude to life was very toxic to me, and I started to move in the direction of what I really wanted to do, and that was when I just left a role and went into a head of sales role for a company. Mate, I just felt the shift straight away. It's almost like the anxiety just washed off my body overnight. And all these tumours in my neck that were bulging within a couple of months went into remission on their own. So that was the first time that I kind of, felt the experience of doing these behavioural changes. So fast forward 3 years later in that role, I'm starting to feel like I'm being asked to do things that I didn't believe in with people that I knew I couldn't trust because the way they were speaking about people in general just didn't align with my values. So then the cancer starts to grow back after being basically the neck going to remission and the rest of it holding up for a while and just not growing. So it starts to grow back. So at the time we looked at things I could do, and my hematologist who was looking after me at the time, she did suggest we do chemo because there's a good chance it would put it into remission. It won't cure it, but it would put it into remission for a while. So I thought, yeah, that's great, let's give it a go. So and that went pretty well, so that it did go into remission, and after a bit of surgery because my intestine burst, I recovered from that. And then I recovered from that, and so what am I now? Like I'm in my mid-30s. I recover from that, get back to work, and again, I fell back into that trap, of not living my truth and not speaking my truth and doing things I didn't really want to do, but I wanted to make money. So, although things were going great in terms of work, on the 24th December 2014, after a month of my hand basically trembling and me getting anxiety attacks and hallucinating regularly throughout that month, I go to hospital, and I remember just saying, something's wrong with me, and I don't know what it is. I can't stop my hand from trembling. It's been trembling for like a month now. I keep hallucinating. I keep getting anxiety attacks for no reason when I'm in a safe environment with people that I love. So I went to bed, and I might remember a few days beyond that, but then I woke up 6-7 months later, not being able to really walk, not being able to control my body. I dropped, I don't know, I must have gone down about 35 kilos, I was told. So, and that was the acquired brain injury that came on board. So that was a journey, and that was, I think I came out of hospital in July 2015, and then sort of started rehabbing after that. So, fast forward now. So if I look back, and then, there's some pretty traumatic things, I guess, that happened after that as well. But looking back at it, when I sort of reflected on why am I doing this, I always felt things were wrong for me when I didn't speak my truth, when I wasn't making my own choices, when I wasn't just being myself. So I started to do that. That's when this whole thing started. So I started to speak my truth with loving kindness. So I started to cut loose and let go of everything that felt toxic to me, and that was mainly relationships and environment. So I left a couple of work environments that were, quite frankly, they weren't aligned with my values, mate. They weren't aligned with how I wanted to be in this life experience. So and then something magical happened, because on the 4th of December, and then I was trying to sort of play the game again. Still, I'm still not really getting better. Still getting I guess emotionally I wasn't really in a peaceful place. But then on the 4th of December, my friend Steve Buckler, he's a champion and he's also a business coach. And if you want to get some insights into how to build a business, look at his site. Steve Buckler is just an exceptional human being with amazing life lessons and insights that he's sharing with the world. So Steve rang me just to check up on me, and this is amazing how the universe works, right? Because he basically said to me, and I had a crack at him for basically holding me accountable for everything that happened to me. And like he said, mate, you've done all this, and I'm totally agree with him. I did all that because I tolerated behaviour that was toxic to me. I made choices that my gut was telling me weren't right for me, but I still did it. I wasn't aligned with my truth, and that was the day that all natural strength and fitness philosophy really started. So Stephen Buckler, well done, mate. You were part of the birth of all natural strength and fitness philosophy. So well done, mate. So, and thank you. Love you, mate. And so, so that all started. So this is what happened with me when I started to really take full and unconditional responsibility for everything that happened to me in the past, where I was in the present, and what I wanted to create going forward. And I started to speak my truth, loving kindness, choose to be my authentic self. And that is, be myself, make my own choices, guided by my heart, my soul, my gut instinct, intuition, and and speak and just live my truth. Live my truth, and do everything with loving kindness and acceptance with the whole world. Cause no harm with intention. It's a big one. Cause no harm with intention. So one of the first things I did was just forgive, unconditionally forgive everyone. So I just forgave them. It's very simple. I forgive you, and thank you for because when we have experiences, some people, with those experiences, by the way, there's some exceptional memories, and there's some actually really toxic experiences that may happen, but we still had the exceptional memories. So, and part of this for me was, those experiences they give you that don't feel great, this is part of our learning and growth. This is how we grow. We feel, we reflect, we rest, we recover, we get up, we redirect, and we evolve our mindset, our attitude, behavior, and we take action by moving forward. Evolved action, we change behaviors, and this is the journey of life, right? So I just forgive them and I thank them. Thank you for the memories. Thank you for the life experience, and may you be well. May you be happy. I really want you to be happy. I really wish that. And then I cut them loose. If I feel I need to, I cut them loose, loving kindness, move on with my life. And you'd be amazed how powerful that is, right? So, and that's when all this started. So today I'm 43 years old. Today, I'm the fittest, strongest, most at peace, calm I've ever been. I generally wake up with optimism and joy most mornings. There's some mornings I'm feeling a bit irritated. I'm a human being, mate. I feel what you feel. Some days I feel irritated if I have to do something I don't want to do, But generally speaking, I wake up with joy and optimism most mornings. And I always go to bed with a peaceful mind, but only when I speak my truth. So I've had a couple of nights in the last couple of months where Maria, my gorgeous angel girl, and I have had some differences in where we want to go, and I've been up all night thinking about it. And now what we do, and that doesn't help me, and it doesn't help her, because I'm tired in the morning and a bit grumpy. So now what we do is we just sit there and we spoke, and this is as recent as a couple of days ago, we sat down and said, let's just speak our truth with each other, loving kindness. Let's take the energy out of the situation and just talk it. And that had such a positive shift of energy for our relationship. It was amazing. So speaking our truth. So where are we now? So here's the thing about life, right? And this is what we've all become aware of. We all get to this point at some point, right? Whether you get to it now, whether you get to it in 10 years time, 20, whatever, before you end up leaving the planet, everyone gets there in the end. But if we speak our truth to loving kindness, that transforms the energy of the situation, all right, automatically. If we choose to make our own choices guided by our body, your heart's in this game with you, your soul's here for you, your gut and your instincts and intuitions, they're here for you, right? For your experience. And your experience is unique. It's different to anyone else's. And if you want an example of this, my friend Peter Walsh, he took me to one of his church conferences one year, and one of the things that one of the pastors said, which I really resonate with, is, mate, there's only one fingerprint that's uniquely yours and one eye retina that's uniquely yours in this existence of life. We are all unique, and we're here to have a unique experience. And so make your own choices and just be yourself, mate. If you're yourself, the minute that happens, everything aligns. You just feel the alignment. Your heart is peaceful, your mind calms, everything aligns. And when you start to walk a path that's meant for you, you literally connect with abundance, because you start to meet people that want to be in this journey with you. You start to meet people that have the same energy and passion for what you want to do. And then all the resources become available. So that's kind of how it's evolved. And this is really, it's as simple as this, right? Our well-being, healing, happy state, healthy state, and our power creative state is when we're speaking our truth, loving kindness, being our unique, authentic self. This is what. Let me bring back this to a couple of things. Be our unique authenticity. Be our unique, authentic self. Speak our truth, loving kindness. Make our own choices, guided by our own heart, our soul, our intuition, our gut instinct. All right. Secondly, be in the moment, in the present moment. Things change moment to moment. If you want a better next moment, what you do now will create that moment. So just be in the moment. Don't catastrophize. Don't think of the future, because you don't know what will happen. We just don't know what happens. So just be in the moment, every moment. And the way that is, just come back to it. Just be present. Don't overthink things. Just turn up and just be there. Be in the moment, and fit, healthy, strong body. That helps a lot. In terms of your energy and being able to do things in life, having a fit, strong, healthy body that's a must. You need that, right? So to be able to do things. And so the philosophy of eat less, eat fresh, move your body every day, eat fresh, plant-based whole foods, that's where we get all our nourishment from. We don't need to kill. We don't need dairy, mate. I haven't had dairy since I've, over 13 years, when I found out I had cancer in my early 30s, I stopped dairy. I don't eat meat. And yet I'm the strongest and the fittest and healthiest, most energized I've ever been, living off a plant-based whole food diet. Variety is the key. Eat seasonal fruits, get creative with your recipes. Vegetarian diets. Since I started eating whole plant-based whole foods, I haven't had any digestive issues. Isn't that interesting? I used to get stomach aches and problems, food poisoning every now and then. Haven't had that. So, and all the research now is showing that it is plant-based diets that we thrive on. So try that. It doesn't mean, look, at the end of the day, you're free to choose. We thrive on choice. Choose to do whatever you want. But plant-based whole foods is great. And move your body every day in nature. There's something about nature. When we're in nature, we're present. We're guided to be present, because you're always, your worst uneven, you're moving around, things are different. It brings you back to the present moment. Move your body every day in nature, mate. Do those things. Eat fresh, move your body every day in nature, and you've already started. Speak your truth, loving kindness, be your authentic self, make your own choices, take full responsibility, and this is the key to creation. You take full responsibility for your choices and your past, present, and future behaviors. And I'm telling you now, if something happened to you in the past, probably because at some point you haven't spoken your truth, at some point you haven't taken some action that you probably needed to take. But thank them for the learning experience and move forward. So that's and move forward with changed, evolved mindset, attitude, behavior, and forgive, let go with loving kindness, and cut them loose if you have to. This is it. It's really simple. So if you're looking to get motivated to do something, we've got this global wellbeing intention we started called Flabber to Fit in 12 Weeks. It's on Facebook. It's basically sharing. We've just simplified our insights and sharing for you. Go at your own pace. Start slowly. Maybe just start by having smaller meal sizes at night if you're slightly heavy at the moment. Start with just walking outside on earthy ground. Walk on the grassy areas. That's the way to do it. And go at always an enjoyable pace. If you feel like doing some push-ups, as long as there's no joint pain. And if there is joint pain, you literally just change your hand positions or your body angle, or change something about your position of the body until there's no pain. Then you do the movement, slow and controlled. And engage your core, especially when you do any form of lifting. You engage your core by tilting your pelvis slightly forward, and you actually just feel it engage. You just feel it just aligns, almost like it strengthens up. And that's the philosophy. So join us, All Natural Strength Philosophy. It's all based on our mindset, our attitude, our behavior and actions with each other and our planet. And it's all positive. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for listening. See ya.